Okay.
I am putting us now on the Facebook, and then
I'm nervous, but don't let that stop you. Okay.
no, and you know the deal. I will give us the suggestion count. You give me a number, and then we just go. And that's it. And we do 10 minutes, however, whatever you want to do, however you want to play it.
Okay.
A lot
I'm
of
easy.
them. It could be mono scenes, real time. It could be jumping around. It could be. I tried something last night with a friend of mine, which was fun. So whatever you want to do, man. Puppets, anything,
Okay.
whatever. Somebody asked me if I would do a Shakespeare,
Yeah.
and I'm like, I'll give it a try. So um, we are we are live.
Are we live?
We are live, buddy. We are live. We have 57
Oh,
suggestions.
okay. Okay.
7.
57.
Yeah. Pick a number.
Oh, pick a number. Well, it's the 23rd, so let's go for 23.
All right, 23. Here we go. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 20, 21, 22, 23. This comes from our friend Jonathan. And the suggestion is 1, 2, 4, 8, 16. 1, 2, 4, 8, 16.
What? Oh, okay.
Thanks,
Can I
Jonathan.
can I jot that down? Just we need to get this down.
Okay, great. Yeah, 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 yeah.
One.
1. Okay.
We've got one.
That's 8. That's a start. Freddie. That's a start. We got 1. One's good.
Okay. Everything starts with one. One step, one giant step for mankind. It all
I
starts with
mean,
one.
it's the thing that it's the basis of everything is 1. It's the basis. So we've got 1. So that's good. I mean, it's also the loneliest number.
Okay, so what comes next?
Well, next is 2.
It seems obvious.
I mean, I was gonna say it, but I was like, is it too obvious? But I'm gonna put it out. Just put it on the board. Put it on the board. 1, 2.
Can you see this color? Should I change the color? I'll get a different color chalk.
Try. Can you like? You know what? Put a different color and let's just see how it looks. It looks similar. It looks similar to the first color. Is it different?
It's different. Oh, let me underline it.
Wait, let me get my glasses. Hang on. Let me get my glasses. Okay. Now let me. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. That makes sense now. Okay. So 1, 2. Okay. 1, 2. I mean, right there, it's like those are 2. Right away, we're starting off with a bang. So we got 1, 2. Okay.
You know what numbers do to me, Frank? You know
I
what numbers do to me.
I know. You get very anxious around them, Freddie, and I'm not gonna lie, you
Give
should.
me words. Give me words. Just give me a good old dictionary. Give
What
me
if
words.
what
What
if you
numbers?
put write the number out as the word? Don't write the number out. Write the word out.
Think so?
Yeah, erase all that. Erase those first 2 things. Those first 2 pieces of trash you got on the chalkboard. You can erase those if you want. I mean that's yeah. So write the number like ONE 1. Okay. All right. Good. And then, how's that feel? Let's do it. Let's do it. Just
It's
quick
better.
check
It
in.
feels
How do you
better.
feel?
It feels better. Now it's a word.
Okay. It's right. Like, here's the thing, Freddie. Don't think of it as numbers. Think of them in terms of words. Okay, because it all boils down to words. If we get stuck in the number thing, we're gonna go down a shame spiral, and we're gonna keep going down it. All right. Take a breath.
I'm with you, Frank. Frank and Freddie. Frank and Freddie as
That's all it
always.
is. Hey. Let's both of us just relax, right? I know, and I know sometimes when I say relax, it triggers you. So I don't even want to say relax because you're probably going to get very nervous because you'll be thinking like
I
he's not
know.
relaxed. So
Yeah, but
I
listen.
want so 1 and then 2. Go ahead, throw 2 up there. And in fact, put it up there. Don't spell it like the number 2, but use
Yeah.
one of the other versions of 2, another homonym. Not the. Don't spell the number out.
Homonym. Okay.
In fact,
you're getting me going here. Getting my juices going here, Frank.
put instead of one O-N-E,
Yeah.
again, let's do all of these as homonyms, okay? So don't put O-N-E, put one like victorious. Put that up. So one, W, yeah, put one, okay. O, great. And then two, like you spell it like also or somewhere it's being sent, like two. Like not the number two, but another, yeah. Also, okay, this is good.
Let's go. Two.
Could be
O.
great,
One.
great.
Two.
See?
It's feeling better already, Frank.
This is going very well, right? So it's going very well. The next one's a piece of cake, Freddie. The next one, it's four.
I've got the dictionary next to me just in case.
Pull it out, put it out. Put four. Look at four, not the number four. Go ahead and find what's the way? Don't spell it F-O-U. Drop the U, but just put it up on the board. Four.
Four. Okay.
Just
Feels
spell
a
it
bit
like.
of a reach. Are we going to run out of space, Frank?
I mean, find a way in. You know what they said. We gotta make this work.
I'm trusting you. Okay.
Erase that top thing. That top thing looks like garbage. The very top, the top left. That top left. That thing. Yeah, that needs
My
to go.
left, your left. I don't know what.
No, your left. Yeah. Erase that. That looks like garbage. That hashtag is just garbage. There you go. Yeah. Perfect. Yeah. Four. F-O. Four. Right. Oh, even better. It's like golf. Great. Even better. Okay. So we're more than halfway home to solving this. Okay.
We got a bit ahead of ourselves. We missed number 3.
Well, we're skipping 3 because the next one that we're going to is 8.
Oh.
So put it up 8 like, oh, yummy. Like I think don't put it like the number 8. Just put up 8 like I ate something. Oh, you know what? Hey, Freddie, it's me. I just got back from lunch. You know what I did? I ate something there. It was very good. So put it up there.
Is there a pattern to these numbers?
I'm not seeing one yet. There might be.
Why these numbers, Frank?
I'm trying to figure that out. 1, 2, 4, 8. Right now, I'm like, I think there is a pattern there, but I can't put my finger on it. So I think this is a good way to look at it. Throw it on the board. Let's see what the pattern can emerge. Right?
Okay.
I mean, it could be all words with 3 letters, right? We could spell 4 F-O-R, 8 A-T. Okay, 1. Okay, so do you see anything? Is anything striking you? Remember, no idea is a bad idea, so let's just throw it up there.
Well, 1 is made up of 3 letters.
Okay, so that's
2
good.
is made up of 3 letters.
Okay.
4 is made up of.
Well, 3 letters. We could do. I mean, several ways, but I think if you drop the E, it's F-O-R. That's 3.
Also made up of 3 letters.
Okay, so I think we've got one number left. But again, we're thinking of this in terms of words, not numbers. So I think the pattern is going to come down to the words and not the numbers, right? So I think right now,
I think so.
we've got 80% of it solved, and we've got one word left, and then this just confirms what it is. We have a theory, and it's confirmed. Hey, do you want to open it up? Would that help if you want to open it up? You want to read something from there?
I don't want to be. I'm so distracted, Frank. I want to focus on this task.
Okay.
That's what you need to help me. Just focus on this task, Frank.
All we got to do is we got one more, and then we're done.
Numbers out there, Frank.
We're gonna be fun, Freddie. We're gonna be fine. We got
What's
one
gonna
more.
happen, Frank? What's gonna happen when we're
fact-
done? Then what?
I think we've got it. It just makes sense that this final one is going to be right into our theory of 3-letter words. That's the pattern that we're seeing here, 3-letter words. So we hit this last one and then we're done. And you know what? Then we're going to go get something to eat and maybe we'll go golfing and we'll go on the golf course. We'll shout 4 and then we'll get something and afterwards we will have had it to eat. We ate it. Oh, that reminds me. Why is this is a little a numbers joke? Why is 6 afraid of 7?
6. Hold on. Why is 6 afraid? Can I
Use the
write this
board.
down?
Use the board. Use the board.
Okay, so Y is 6.
Y is 6. Spell it out. 6.
7. Or 6, 7, right?
Yeah.
Like the movie 7 with the number in
Like the movie with
Remember that?
Brad Pitt. What's in the box? What's in the box? What's in the box? Well, 7. 6 is afraid of 7 because 7, 8, 9.
Oh, that's a play on words, Frank.
It's a play on words right there. So that's why 6 is afraid of 7 because 7, 8, 9. Anyway, so see, numbers, like, they're more than just the numbers. They're the words behind them. So this last one will confirm our suspicions right there, and then we're done. And then we're done.
I remember that movie, Beautiful Mind. Do you remember that one? All about maths as well.
Yeah, and remember he talked to his tennis friend. And he's like, oh, okay. And his tennis friend was trying to warn him. And yeah, I think that's what we're in right now. We're in the beautiful mind.
He was the hero. He was the hero, Frank.
Of course he was. I mean, his life was all about numbers, and your life is all about numbers, but through words. Numbers through words.
Yeah. Anything can be spelled out. I think, even a sound can be spelled out.
Anything can be spelled out. Onomatopoeia. It's spelled like it sounds, right? Okay, so the last number again, and then we're done. Yeah, we're done. The last number, which will fit right into our pattern there, is 16. 16. Which
16.
There's a 3. We've got 3-letter word. 6.
3-letter words.
3. Okay. 6. Well,
6 is 2 times 3.
And if you spell it out 6, and then also teen, that's 6 has 6.
Teen. What? When you turn 13, you become a teenager.
Yeah.
Is that something, do you think?
I think that's. I say put it on the board. Put it on the board. Put it on the board. Put it up on the board.
Well, 6 is a 3-letter word.
That's what
That's the clue.
I think. 6
is a distraction. I'm gonna just put that
teen.
right.
Teen is like teen 16. 16. 16. Teen. It's the teen part of it.
You think the teen matters?
I've been talking so much
Frank?
about food. I want to. Yeah. What were you going to say, Freddie?
We got it on the board.
Hey, I think it's a good time for us to have lunch, get something to eat, come back, go for a walk around the pond, clear our minds, and come back.
At least we got a good start, Frank. Right?
It's on the board.
Frank?
It took us weeks to get it on the board. Now it's on the board. I mean, I consider today a victory.
I still think there's a pattern we're missing.
I think I think we've exhausted everything, my friend.
You don't think we can see it? If we crack this pattern,
Can you turn it upside down?
me or the board?
But I'd say start with the board first, and then you.
Okay.
Now, can you turn you upside down?
Oh no, that's going to be a bit difficult. Maybe if I was in zero gravity, Frank. I think this is 3-dimensional. That's why it's 3, 3, 3. We need to think of this in 3 dimensions, Frank. Thank you for helping me, Frank. I couldn't do this without you.
Anytime, buddy. Anytime. Scene! Oh, man. How fun was that? I had a blast, buddy.
Oh.
How are you with numbers?
I was just thinking, do you know, sometimes that somebody posted, like, when you see this minus this, what happens? What process do you go through?
How do you subtract it?
I go blank. If I see 47 minus 17, I'm going to go blank. Okay, that's an easy one. For me, I'll have to stop and think, okay, I've got to consciously do that, which is funny because I give lectures on financial planning, which is using a lot of numbers.
Yes.
And I made a mistake counting to 5 on a recording the other day. It was just so ludicrous. So I kept it in. I don't edit mistakes out.
No. Isn't it funny though that like your world revolves around numbers?
Yeah, but for me, I think logic and words is how my brain tends to work, not in numbers per se.
Right. How did you come to find improv? Because I've known you for a while. We've crossed paths and we've played together and worked together, but like I don't know if I know, you might have told me, but like what brought you into improv? How did you find it?
Well, I think indirectly because I had a heart attack 5 years ago on the 19th of July, 2015.
Right.
When I turned 40, So I think indirectly that led me to some kind of journey, which then led me to improv. And it was a conscious decision to try change my life in any event.
Wow.
And from an internal perspective, I see myself as a very different growing person. Still very much a childish person who loves play, and I'm growing into play more and more.
Yeah.
On an external basis, I think that's slowly taking time to change. But for me, the internal change has been there, which is now manifesting in the environment slowly. Right?
Wow. I mean, that's amazing. That is definitely like a life, in several ways, that was a life-altering event.
For sure, yeah. And it still continues to change my life in that sense. But for me, now it's a more directed kind of conscious change.
Mm.
And not that I'm an improv evangelist, but I do feel the power that it's had to open my life in many ways.
Dude, you're an improv evangelist, man.
And that's what I want to do. Why I've been traveling around the world is to get these skills, for my own joy. We've met in 3 different cities. Isn't that amazing, Jay?
Yeah, right? That's crazy.
To connect. We were in Copenhagen, I think, then Chicago, and then LA.
Yep.
And so I wouldn't have even pictured that would be on the cards for me a few years ago. So it's just, aside from a mental shift, it's just opened my life in so many different ways.
And now you're in South Africa, and you're looking to kind of develop an improv school there, right?
Yeah, focused on long form improv. Yeah, there's some pockets of improv here and there in different cities as well.
Yeah.
But long form is what I want to focus on.
Wow. And so
I'm not an improv snob, of course. Like, I just see, I like classical music. I don't like pop music. For me, long form is like classical music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what I love is like you said, you're not, sometimes people can be a snob about it. And I don't think there's anything wrong with saying like, oh yeah, no, I prefer this or I prefer doing that, but not bringing that element of like one is better than the other into the argument.
I think, they feed into each other. They have different skill sets, certainly. And being good at one can help being good at the other.
Yeah.
But, what I enjoy watching is what I want to enjoy doing and teaching.
Yeah. And you're right. Like the different kind of training can only make the style you like doing better if you have you've learned those different tools and skills, and it can help with however you want to play.
Yeah. And I like the fact that improv is a changing art form. And so even when I was in Chicago studying for 3 months, a constant message was, don't copy what we're doing, take it where you are and let it grow, let it adapt. And that's what I'm looking forward to seeing how does improv adapt to African culture? How does it incorporate these different aspects of these different cultures and different peoples? And that's a very exciting thing.
I think that's a perfect philosophy and way to look at it, is like bringing in people's strengths and points of view and cultures, and then how does it all fit together versus do it this one way, which I think is the way that schools learn to monetize a product, to go, you're going to learn this specific way. And so to now look at what's happening in the world going, the schools aren't there anymore. We can get back to like, let's develop our own style. And I think when people ask me, when I was in Chicago for as long as I was, and they're like talking about improv and they wanted to do something in Chicago, I'm like, that's great. But if you have a home base somewhere else that doesn't have a lot of improv, go there. go there and create your own thing. It's going to serve improv and your community so much more.
Yeah. So, like, I think you've inspired a lot of people with the series that you're doing. And something that's interesting that Aree's been doing is looking at improv through a non-Western lens
Yeah.
and writing these articles. And that's a fabulous way to look at the things that we maybe do and status, dynamics, and how is that interpreted from a different culture, different lens as well.
Yeah, yeah. He just wrote something about looking at the difference between like American style improv and
Yeah.
European, and then also expanded that to say, hey, these aren't the only two styles. There are things happening all over the world that now you have no reason to not check it out because they're online. So you can go
Yeah.
and look at that. And yeah, I know definitely like in Indian culture, status is played so much better and more all the time. And it's such a wonderful tool that we don't develop as much. Same with object work in Europe. Europeans do a lot more really solid object work, and the verbal part of it takes precedence in like North American
Yeah.
improv.
Yeah. So, like, with Chicago for me was very much the heart, a lot of performances, the
Yeah.
IO specifically. You go to UCB, that's very much the brain.
Yeah.
It's playing with words and it's trying to be clever. It's just people standing on stage. There's no intricate object. And I'm generalizing, of course.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
But there's no focus on the theater of improv, rather, which is what maybe Chicago does a little bit better or has done in the past.
Yeah, yeah.
But
And
on that basis, I'm looking forward to, we've got, let's say, what does African improv have to offer?
right.
And how can that change?
How can people, if they want to get a hold of you, reach out to you, follow you, do things on social media? Like, what's the easiest way for them to connect with you?
Oh, Twitter is probably the best, eh?
Yeah.
At Paul Rabenowitz.
So I love it. It's like, I think a certain age of person, their Twitter handle is just their name. But then I think
Yeah.
it seems like the younger you get, the more wonderfully creative it gets. And it's like, nah, if you want to follow me on Twitter, just look up my name. That's my handle.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's the benefit, hey? So can I play us out with something maybe?
Yes, please, Paul.
I don't know. When I did a nice thing with Jeff Michalski in Oslo,
Yeah.
where I would play some classical pieces and then some other people will get some inspiration from those stories about the pieces, which was just wonderful as well.
Oh, yeah.
We'll end it on the B minor.
As it always should, my friend. Love you. I'll talk to you soon.
Cheers, Jay.